we're all ready for a bit of communication. We know as we're coming on a Sunday morning, we always send out our prayers early. And I always say a prayer before we even start on here, so that Spirit can come and join with us and know the Spirit is safe and we're safe. So I'm working today with flowers, and I have some lovely flowers here. I have some chrysanthemums, I've got some roses, I've got my lovely, lovely hydrangeas, and I've also got some lovely cosmosia and lavender. So whichever I'm drawn to, but I also got some lovely leaves as well. And these leaves are called filler leaves. And I didn't know what they were called, but until I looked them up. And they're called the petal leaf. And they also are called a filler, because when you start to do a flower arrangement, the filler is the one that goes in the middle. So you've got those lovely, lovely branches of trees. I'm going to give the first flower, if I may, today to you, Stace, because I feel you need one today. And I'm going to give you the lovely, lovely hydrangea. This is a hydrangea which is changing colour. It's gone from the pink and it's now going more or less a lovely greeny yellow. And as this starts to change colour, it gets a net on the top of it, and that is ready for the next ones that come. Right, the hydrangea means gratitude. It means also environments and abundance and prosperity. But if you look at this, I always say this reminds me of Princess Margaret's hats. And you can see here, as we look at this lovely flower, it is very much like a hat, what she used to wear. Sweetheart, as I look at this, I see a few extra leaves. So there's either a child coming, or you know where there's new beginnings, because this is what started here. We've just got the new one that's just coming, look. And it's like a new leaf. But it's like maybe you've got to turn a new leaf or turn something. But I know there's a lot going on at the moment with you, and that is a need for you just to slow it down a bit, Stace, and just show how strong you are, sweetheart. Good morning, Casey. I know as I'm looking at this flower, we've got all the steps, but I've got one missing. So someone in your family has gone to the spirit world, because if we look at it, we can see there's one missing. Okay, so that is what the lovely hydrangea means. Right, sweetheart, I have a gentleman here for you. And this gentleman, as he comes forward, I feel, had a cancer condition. I'm feeling that he loved his garden. I also know that he loved family. He's telling me that he also, oh, your brother, is it? He's very, very close with you, sweetheart. And he's just saying that he's in a better place now. So you must understand why he's coming this today, to bring you the healing and the friendship you need. Because he said friendship or friends. And he just said a friend in need is a friend indeed. And he said he had a lot of friends that helped him way back. Sweetheart, it gives me Robert and Roy. I said 2 R's. He said, yes, I learnt the 3 R's, reading, writing, arithmetic. And I laughed. And he said, yeah, you can laugh. He says, but that's what Stace would know. Sweetheart is very much with you. And his granddad is it at the moment with cancer. Okay. Your brother's saying to you, if he had a bucket full of roses to give you, he would, because you've always done everything to help him. He says, look after Mum. And he said, look after Granddad. He's saying here that there's a situation around you at the moment where there's a need to find yourself. Okay, come on, sweetheart. He's got a few tears and he's just said, I went before my time. And I've said, yes, sweetheart, you did. The lady comes in now and I feel very much a grandma. She was a lady that loved to be always in the kitchen. She said that he is in safe hands with her, if that makes you sense with you. Sweetheart, I'm given the name of Flo. I'm given Linda. And I've just been given Joe. So I know they're connected around you. I've been told to take my glasses off. So have you been struggling with your eyesight just recently? So I'm just cleaning my glasses because it is just told, well, it's your grandma that's telling me that your brother's with your grandma. Okay. Just saying, always, always remember, family is for you. All right, sweetheart. Okay, that's what I saw was frustration. All right, sweetie, I'm going to leave that with you and let's see if we can get a few more. Okay. Casey, can I come to you? You was next in line. So, Casey, I'm going to give you, Casey, I'm going to give you a rose. Let me find you a rose. Here we go. Casey, I'm going to give you this red rose. Can you see it, lovey? It is so beautiful. The red rose means love always. And I know the red rose always means true love. Each leaf is perfect. So this rose is perfect. The name of rose, but also the prickles are there, but they're not sharp. So something is going down at the moment where although someone's being prickly around you, it is not so sharp. So you can always take that there with you. The rose also means as well, knowing how far you've come, because you are in a way ready to take the next step. It doesn't smell very good. It's like a woody smell. So they've been grown in peat. Maybe they have been forced. But I know with you, sweetheart, nothing forces you into doing things that you don't want to do. I've got a lady with you, sweetheart. This lady's your mum or your grandma. She's just brought you, you know, the Neapolitan ice cream, that's chocolate, white and pink. She's brought you that in 2 wafers. And I feel this is a memory. Sweetheart, she's just given me Margaret and also Joan. She said just to say to you, stop worrying about the past, move forward. Get yourself back on that path. You know what she's talking about. You've had somebody that's been calling you, but I want you to say to them, on your bike, mate. All right? As I said to Stace, eyesight. They've made me take my glasses off again and wipe my glasses. So maybe you are not seeing what you're supposed to see. Oh, that's a bit better. My eyes was a bit. Oh, right. Sweet, sweet. Sweet dreams are made of this. That's the song I want to give you, Casey. The lady's very, very, very much with you every step of the way. And I know mum or grandma. I know she left before her time. I know she was a lady that gave a lot of herself. And she said, you give a lot of yourself. Right, gentleman comes now. And this gentleman He's about 5'5", 5'6". I feel he was in the army. I know that he was a strong man. Sometimes he got a bit frustrated, but he said, you get frustrated too. He said to say to you, you will not struggle too long. Things will get better. And he has just given me a lovely bunch of daffodils for you. So passing in March or birthdays in March. Casey, remember, you can point your finger at you, but don't point it at anybody else. Does that make sense? And I want to give you the 21st of June. Okay, we are going to send all those love and blessings to you from the spirit world. Okay, we'll leave that with you, Casey. Thank you for working with me. Regan King, can I come to you, please? Regan, I'm going to give you the English lavender. English lavender means grace, serenity, and virtue. Regan, I feel I wanted to give you two because I feel two people are around you in the spirit world, and I know that is a lot going on in your life. I want to put them together. So partnerships or relationship. I just feel whatever's going on at the moment with you, Regan, this is what is happening around you. Today is the day of reckoning. Let's find you again, Regan. Let's show people that you are strong. This lovely English lavender has entwined together a lot. So there's something about partnerships, either partnerships on the earth plane or partnerships in the spirit world. Hello, Laura. Hello, Sharon. I know as I'm looking at this, Regan, that you need, just for a moment, to remember that you have a lot to do in this life. I know with you, sweetheart, I have a lady here with you. This lady is mom or grandma. She's a lady that gave a lot of herself when she was on the earth plane. Always a busy lady. She gives me the name, Regan, of Rose, Margaret, and Rita connected around her. Regan, she said, always know at the end of the day, it's all about you, not anybody else. And as I said, either partnerships or in the spirit world or on the earth plane. Are you still here, Regan? Because I'm not getting anything from you. Let's have a look. Let me bring that down. Here we go. I just couldn't get anything. It wouldn't move down. So I can see you now. You have to find the true you. Because I feel you are struggling. I want to give you, sweetheart, as this lady's talking to me, she said, rejoice, rejoice. The day is near where you will find your true value. I know this lady is your grandma, and I know she brings you lots of love. As she steps aside, I've got a gentleman now with you, Regan. This gentleman is showing me that you have a long way to go in this world and on your pathway. It's now time. He's given me the name of James. And he said just to say to you that George is around and that he will help you to find yourself. Okay. He said just to say, stop struggling. Things will find you. We promise you. All right. So I'm going to leave that with you and say thank you for working with me. Can I talk to Shelley Shell, please? Shelley, I want to give you this lovely hydrangea. It's just beginning to turn from the pink into the green. Can you see that? It's a lovely hydrangea. The hydrangea means gratitude. It means enjoyment, abundance, and prosperity. It always reminds me of Princess Margaret's hat, because she always used to go, when she went to the races, she would wear a hat like this. It stretched over her bonds. I know as I look at this, oh, let me take your rubbish away. You don't need that anymore, lovey. I feel you've gone through a part of life where you've struggled. Your pathway now is quite strong. We've had a few ups and downs, look, but we are getting back on track. It's now time to find the true you, Shelley, because I know that you just need just a little bit of a helping hand. Maybe healing is needed around you, but each one of these petals, as it's opening, is showing me that you have got a long way to go. Right, I have a lady here with you. This lady, I want to say, is mum or grandma. She's coughing. I feel she had a bad chest before she went to the spirit world. She's telling me that you needed sometimes a kick up the backside to get you going on your spiritual pathway as well. You have some decisions to make, she's saying, but she will be behind you, giving you the helping hand for your decisions. I am given Nancy, I'm given Margaret, and I've just been given Joyce, so I know they're connected around you. I don't know whether it's you that's got the problems with your tummy or whether it was the lady, but I know the coughing come from her, but I've just got a pain across my stomach. Sweetheart, she's saying, never, ever, ever stop thinking about self, because self is important. And you know what she's saying. She's also going on about Edith. Was it Edith their friend, or is that her name? But I've just been given Edith. Right, a gentleman now come in, and the gentleman is just straightening his hair, and I feel he did that all the time because he's pulling his hair down. I feel he was in the army. He showed me photographs of army. He was a man that stood his ground. He was a man that gave all of himself. Sweetheart, it gives me the names of Bill and Brian. And he just shouted out Kevin. So I know these are the three people that are around him. Do you love oranges? Because he just brought me some oranges and he's peeled them before I'm giving them to you. He says, watch where November sees a different Shelley. But I know, sweetheart, just follow your dreams, you'll get there. All right, sweetheart, I'm going to leave that with you and say thank you for working with me. Okay, okay, okay. Can I come? I don't know. I want to talk to Mana Eli Munraz, please. Right. Sweetheart, I'm going to choose you, the Alstromera. This means mother love. Can you see? The lovely pink. Now I can read what you said. All right, let's see what they come up with, shall we? I chose this flower for you because it is the love of families and the love also of mother. But it's mother love and families which I have here. And this is the African lily. I know with this, lovey, it means spreading your joy. So maybe the joy is needed around you at the moment. But as you said, you are homeless. You will get a home, and it will be sooner rather than later. Your daughter is your mainstay. And I know I have a gentleman here, and he's given me Hector, so I know it is your dad. It's either your dad or your granddad, I'm told, because I feel there is another Hector in the life. Saying also, sweetheart, that you are strong in the mind and the body. You know how far you've come. You helped your dad before he passed, and he's proud of you for that. He's shown me dogs, and I know he loved dogs. He also loved you. He said, yes, I'm her dad. It was his time, he's saying. It was his time. But he's also telling me that when your time is up, you have to go no matter how long you want to stay. But he says he's in a better place now. He says he's in the gardens and he can see all that's going on in the earth plane. Sweetheart, he's saying here that the struggle you've got at the moment will pass. But you have to stand up for yourself. Say it as it is. Do your best. I know that you have taken quite light. You've took a strong beating. But he's saying you will always, always be there. I know. Oh, you've just said about the dog. Yeah, I said he's got the dogs with him. As he loved dogs. He said just to say, trust in yourself. All will come all right in the end. I have a lady now with you, sweetheart. And this lady is small, about 5'3". She's mum or grandma. She was a lady that was a bit stubborn when she was on the earth plane. She's saying you need the strength of a lion. The lions are the strongest. And she's saying you need the strength of the lions. She gives me Mary and Rose. And she's saying to you, sweetheart, trust in yourself. You will get there. Sweetheart, she just said, now is the time to help your daughter to find her way also. So please take that love that has been given, not only from your dad, but also from the lady who I feel is either your mum or your grandma. They're with you every step of the way, sweetheart. All right? And I'm going to leave that with you. Ah, that's fine. Right. Can I come to, is it Tonya Hikes, please? Tonya Hikes. Tonya, I am going to give you this lovely chrysanthemum, the pink chrysanthemum. It means mother love, it means family and creativity. If you look at this lovely chrysanthemum, it's steadfast and straight, as are you. It shows you that you are ready to move forward on your path. The chrysanthemums have different meanings, and I know this is what I'm telling you the pink one means. This pink is telling me that you know how far you've come on your path. It also means September for providence, and it means November for grief. Because the Japanese and the Chinese worship the chrysanthemum, and the chrysanthemum is part and parcel of what you need at the moment. Okay, sweetheart? Right, Tonya. Have a lady here with you. The lady's rolling her sleeves up. She has time to get on with it, girl. Time to get on with it. You have been through a difficult patch. Time to get out of it. She said, the sky is blue. She said, the clouds are high in the sky. The birds are flying. Time for you to live free. You must know what she's saying, because this is what she's saying to you. It's time to find the true Tonya. She's in her kitchen. She's washing the dishes. I feel she's just been baking, because I can see the baking trays on the side, ready for them to come out of the oven. I feel she often baked. She's showing me also as she's washing up. She said, I always leave them in God's fresh air to dry them. And she smiles. But when you was a child, you would have to dry the dishes. You understand Maria, the name Maria? And I also want to say as well, the name of Margaret and Peggy. She says, look back in time when you was a child, when you had so much to live for, so much to do. She said, you know, there's a lot going on in your life. And then and now, it is better for you. Okay, sweetheart. As she stepped aside, I've got a gentleman here. And he's giving me Anthony. And also Phil. I don't know whether this is her family member or friends. But this gentleman's in his garden. This gentleman was in the Air Force. He said that you are strong. And he's saying here about going out and finding you, because it seems as though you've put yourself on the back burner. Well, I want you to follow your dreams now. As I always say to people, if you want to find yourself, read the Celestine prophecy. That tells you no such thing as a coincidence. Or read The Way of the Peaceful Warrior. And The Way of the Peaceful Warrior is about knowing your limits. I know, sweetheart, that you just need just that bit of a helping hand. I know. There's a lot going on. And I know there's a lot going on in your life. Child in the spirit world. And also, I want to say, get on with life. Find yourself and show your inner strength. All right, sweetheart. I'm going to leave that with you and say thank you for working with me. I want to come to Susan Durrett, please. She left last time because you had an appointment. So let's give you a flower today. Right. Do you know what? I'm going to give you this leaf. And it's so strange because this leaf is a filler flower. When you're doing a bouquet of flowers, you place the filler leaf in. And when you get this, it's called the petal leaf. Although it's used for a filler, its meaning is smoothing together and the joining of the two. And when I went to look at this yesterday, I ordered gypsophilia, and this is what I got. But it's such a lovely leaf. And it says the joining, you know, because this is about joining together, Susan, finding yourself and taking family and bringing them together. But this lovely, lovely straight leaf, it's so beautiful, the lovely green. But it's also telling you about bringing things together. So have you had problems with family that you need to bring them back together again? Sweetheart, I'm given the number 44. Well, 44 means to me birth of angels. So it's either 44 on a door or 44 as a person. But I know that I have to give you the birth of the angels. You are an angel in your own right. You help so many people. It's time to stick to your guns, Susan, and show people you don't care. I'm shown the sun. And as I see the sun, I can see that shining on you. So I feel this is what you're needing at the moment. Just get a bit of you, and let's put it back together again. I know with you, sweetheart, you just have to take yourself into a different direction and see where it takes you. I have a gentleman here with you. The gentleman is about 5'9", 5'10". I feel he was in the Navy. or he loved the sea. I'm seeing the waves coming up on a beach and him standing there and watching them. He liked to walk along the sands, barefooted. He liked to walk by himself, but sometimes he walked with his wife. He's saying about chrysanthemums. He was listening to what I said about chrysanthemums. And he said he always bought his wife chrysanthemums for their anniversary. Susan, I'm given John and also David. He's just saying also, sweetheart, that you and he, you spent a lot of time together when you was a youngster. He says, by walking and finding yourself, just sitting in the quiet, you can always find answers. As he steps aside, I've got a lady here with you, and this lady is mum or grandma. She brings you a Kit Kat, not a 2, a 4. And I feel often you would sit at the table with her and you would have a Kit Kat and a drink. I want to say mum or grandma. I want the month of June, the name of June. I also want Patricia. I know with her, she loved you to bits. And she said, don't ever let others put you down. She says, because you're perfect. So, sweetheart, I hope your dental appointment went all right. And can I say thank you for working with me? Oh, all right. Okay, sweetheart. Don't worry. I just need to come to the lady I just saw a minute ago. Terry Bonacassio. Okay. I'm going to choose you, Terry. The beautiful rose. The red rose for love and for memories. I'm taking the rubbish off because you don't need it anymore. I know there's a lot going on in your life at the moment. And even though you've said there's a tough month coming up, you can always weather the storm. You always have done and always will do. This rose has no prickles. So it's showing me that life is as it is at the moment. Look at this perfect rose, look. Can you see it? All the inner side of it. If we could put it together as a rosebud, we'd be back to the beginning. So let's see what it comes up with when I hold it together. The lovely, beautiful rose. Right, Terry, I have a lady here with you, and this lady, she comes forward. She was very stubborn. She says, you're stubborn as well. But she's just saying, just to say to you, I'm always around you. I never let you go. There is so much going on in your life. But she said, the struggles are few and far between. The lady's sitting at a table. I can see her sewing. Mother or grandmother. She's saying about my world, she said, was family. She says, so is yours. All to do with family. I feel she had problems with her heart before she went to the spirit world, because I'm feeling a tightness around my chest. Sweetheart, I'm given the name of Rose. I'm given the name of Jean. And I also want to give you as well the name of Maggie. She said, just watch. You will see life in a different way as time goes on. I have a gentleman now with you. Husband, father, brother. A gentleman that was always busy. Busy, busy, busy. I know this gentleman was something of a bit of a joker when he was on the airplane. He always said it as it was. He brings you the roses because he said the roses are perfect for you. Sweetheart, it gives me the names of David, Michael, and John. I know there's also a lot going on in your life. And I know at the end of the day, whatever happens over the next few weeks, you will find yourself. Just trust in your spirit, your inner spirit. You'll be shown the way. All right, sweetheart, I'm going to leave that with you. Let me just read what Chantel's put. All right, you want your head back together again. Okay, Chantel, let's give you a flower. What can I give you? I want something that'll... Chantel, I am going to give you the wheat, because you can always spread or share, but it means strength. It also means holding your own. Food for thought. But this is so much what I'm giving you with this beautiful wheat, is you can always separate the wheat from the chaff. And this is about friendships. You've got people who you feel are friends, but you know they're not. The wheat also means that you have to use your strength to overcome your difficulties. And I feel this is what's needed at the moment with you. I have a chap here, and he said, I'm a chap. So I'm telling you, a chap. Your dad or your granddad? He was a lovely man when he was on the earth plane, and I want to say dad or granddad. He loved to be out in the garden, always busy, busy, busy. He brings you an ice cream, and I feel memories of him buying you an ice cream. He said it as it was. If he said, I want to put this in the right way. He says, when push came to shove, he always said it as it was. And if the effing and jeffing you didn't like, then he would say, you're not worth a light. He was a gentleman that would always say, as I say, it as it was. He smoked enough for England, France, and Germany together. And he made me feel as though you need just a little push in the right direction to get you back on track. He gives me Frederick, maybe known as Fred or Freddie. He gives me Bill or Billy. And he also gives me Tom. So I know these are all there. He's saying here, now is the time to find the true Chantel again. We now have a lady coming in. And the lady has just brought you some beautiful daffodils. The daffodils are for spring and also for March. And I know she's brought you these daffodils because there's been anniversaries this last week or so where you've had to find who Chantel is again. Do you understand the name of Marley or Harley? Because I've just got that as well. Okay. The lady is in a garden and she is just clearing up the weeds. She was a lady that sat on a chair and would watch the sky and watch the clouds, and she would watch the world go by. She gives me the name of Jean, and she's just given me also the name of Dorothy. So I know they're connected around you. Right, sweetheart, just look to the next few weeks. Things will start to lighten up a bit, but you have to lighten up as well. Show people you're there for other people too. Okay, and we'll leave that with you and say thank you for working with me. And can I come to Sharon Sewell, please? Sharon, we got two flowers that fell together. You've got the lovely rose, and this is for, Sharon Sewell. We've got the red rose for true love, and we've got the crosmosia is for spreading the seeds. I feel with you at the moment, we need not only to have the love, but we need to spread the seeds also of joy and happiness. We need to get rid of the sadness and start to move forward. We had the loss of a child, and I feel this child was a girl child because the little girl is dancing around. So I know it was a little girl. I also see another child to come. If it's not yours or it's all in the family, just remember I've said that to you. I feel the loss also of a loved one. And I've got a lady that's coming forward to say roses were her favourite. And I've picked the absolute perfect rose. Sharon, this is either your mum or your grandma. She was a lady that gave herself to anybody who would help or she could help. She's saying here that you need the helping hand. And she said, always remember, everybody has a different story to tell. And I feel you at the moment. She's very close with you, sweetheart, this lady. And she loves you so much. She said, you know she loved roses. And you know it was her time. It was her exit point. It was her time. She said, I love you. And she is with your nana. Because the child or the girl is with her. 36 is no age. To me, she was still a girl. And this is what your Nana's saying. She's saying here, Sharon, that she is with her and she will look after her for you. Right, I'm given the name of Sheila. I'm given Janet and also Linda or Lynn. I'm also shown a table all made up for tea. There's cups and saucers, plates. There's also as well a lovely teapot. She said about taking time to grieve. Your daughter's in safe hands. And she's here saying her mind is in a better place. But she said you shouldn't have to bury your daughters. But it was their time. And that's all I can say to you from her. Right, I have a gentleman here. And this gentleman that comes forward, Dad or Granddad? I know there's a lot going with her and him. Because I feel your daughter loved him to pieces. He's standing outside in the garden and he's watching the birds. And I feel he had bird boxes. He's very much a lovely man. And I know he brings all that love, to you. And I know this gentleman has just given me the name of Paul, and he's just given me John, maybe known as Jack. Sharon, just look after self. I know they're all around you, sweetheart. It was your brother, was it? But I know at the end of the day, sweetheart, grieve your losses. I know at the end of the day, you'll get the messages to show you they were all right. All right, sweetheart? So I'm going to leave that with you and say thank you for working with me. Thanks, Sharon. Right, let's see. Right, what was that? Can I talk to Cosmic Goddess? That's a nice name, isn't it? Cosmic Goddess. Oh, I've got to set the rubbish away before we even start. You must have a lot going on in your life where you need to remove it. I'm giving you the hydrangea. And this hydrangea is so pretty. It's the pink hydrangea. The hydrangea means gratitude. It also means as well emotions. And it also means as well abundance and prosperity. And as I look at this, it reminds me of an ascot hat. As I said before, the ascot hat is what Princess Margaret used to wear. And it always used to pull down to cover her whole hair. But it reminds me also of a shower cap. But it's such a beautiful flower. And it grows to great heights. And they're all colours, white, pink, and mine turn into a lovely green, not blue, they turn into green. I suppose if I put something underneath, they might go to blue, but I love the blue hydrangea. Right. I have a lady here with you, a lady that loved to crochet. I'm seeing her there with a crochet hook, and she's doing bits and pieces. I feel she was very creative. I know that when she was on the earth plane, she would often sit. Maybe she taught you, or maybe she tried to teach you. But I want to say this is mum or your grandma. She also loved to cook and bake and do everything. She was a lady of the old school. She did everything in her power to make everybody happy. She was a very, very strong lady. She was also a person that gave a lot of help to other people. I don't know whether it was her that loved to play cards with other people, because I'm seeing a table set up for cards. I don't know whether she played whist or she played like rummy or something, but I'm seeing her with cards up a table. She's showing me Laura, the name Laura. And she just said Peter and also Margaret. She said, you are a strong lady with strong beliefs, as was she. And I feel your passageway is now quite golden. And I feel on your spiritual journey, you will find lots to do with life. I know there's a lot going on in your life, but you just need to find you again. Show others that you're important. Just been given Gloria and also the Contessa. Sweetheart, there's a gentleman now for you. And this gentleman is absolutely lovely. Dad or granddad. He loved to be in his garden. He loved to be always sowing the seeds. And this is why I want to say to you, sow the seeds, because the seeds will help. Sweetheart, the gentleman has given me Harry and Michael. So, sweetheart, all I can say to you is, remember, you are important, and also know your way. Okay, sweetheart, I'm going to leave that with you and say thank you for working with me. All right, can I come? This will be the last one. Leela B. Leela B. Leela B. I am giving you this lovely chrysanthemum. This is a lovely pink chrysanthemum, striped, and it means creativity. I know as we look at this flower, it shows you that you are very spiritual in your own way. I know as I look at this flower, it is for November and September. November is for grief, September for providence. I know as I look at this flower, each of the different flowers is coming round just to show you that you are ready to move forward. I know that you are asking questions of yourself, but you need, just for a moment or two, to get yourself back on track. Maybe you need a circle to help you. I know there is a lot going on in your life, but sometimes you need to step back away to see how far you've come. Leela, I have a lady with you, small lady, about 5'1". She's making you a lovely, lovely dish. And I feel it's vegetables. She's giving me vegetables, chopped vegetables. I don't know whether you're a vegetarian or this lady just loves to cook vegetables. I feel a grandmother or a mother. She's showing me just sitting at a table with a big pan of vegetables. I didn't see what she put in. It was just the vegetables. She said, I have to give you Rose and I have to give you Maria. She says, now is the time to show others your strength. She's given me Gita, the name of Gita. And also Ashan. Friend or family? Right, sweetheart. Gentleman now come in. And this gentleman, again, is small. He liked a couple of beers. He liked to be outside. He's showing me outside. I can see him picking mangoes. I feel mangoes. Right. As I'm talking to him, he said, you're questioning yourself too much. He said, you will know what to do next. Sweetheart, I'm going to tell you the same as I've told others. Get yourself Betty Shine's workbook. This will give you a few helping hands, meditations for you to help yourself. Right, sweetheart. I know at the end of the day, you have to follow your dreams and show people your strength. Okay, sweetheart? So we'll leave that with you and say thank you for working with me. Right, everyone. I'm going to say good afternoon because I've got to go to the hospital. I know there's quite a few of you here needed a few messages, but I can't give everybody a message in the hour I'm on. I am on tonight from 7 o'clock on Prism of Light, and then I'm back in on Wednesday 12 till 1 on here. So everybody, live your life the best you can and take all the love that's been given. Good afternoon.